Aloha, Shelby here with another vlog. And I get these done when I can, so some days there's two, other days there's none. Girl just gotta wait for the inspiration. I have some inspiration, and it's this. So, when we work on ourselves, that opens the way for others to follow, right? There's a Buddhist saying, I think, that when you turn your own light on, you shine the light for 100,000 others. So it's kind of like as you process and heal your wounds, every wound that you heal, you help heal 100,000 others of that same wound as well, right? This is because we're all connected in the collective consciousness. And it's really true that when one of us is hurting, we are all hurting. So, this is another reason why I'm sharing my journey, is because I know as I heal this within myself, I'm healing it within at least 100,000 others, and I'm guided to put it out there. Don't ask me why. Uh, but I am, and I am, and I'm trusting that. How many times in your own life have you gotten ideas to do something, and it's like, wow, that's a great idea, but the risk of your ego prevents you from doing it. Okay, so whether it is you're not 100% sure you'll be able to do it. So it's like if you fail, then everybody's going to know you fail. There's like some public record now of you failing, like there is for me. Like, if I'm 1,000% honest, I never dreamt I'd still be here after this many days. I have always been able to manifest around any friggin' problem I've ever had. And that's the God honest truth. It's why I've taken the risks that I have. It's why I've been as successful as I have. I have always 1,000% believed jump and the net will appear. And then one time that did not happen. And I came crashing on my friggin' face. Here we are. Here we are, still in cleanup mode. Biggest financial fiasco of my life. And if I'm honest, the smallest one too. But because of this friggin' problem, of it all crumbling, it's taken me forever. I mean, like I said, it's the least amount of money I've ever owed, and yet it still seems virtually unobtainable. And yet, and I've said this in other videos, there's a certain part of me that is so friggin' excited. I don't know why, right? Maybe because it's like, bitch, you blew everything up. There's nowhere to go but up. Although, if you're a member of my Patreon channel, then there's a lot of downs. There's a lot of downs. A lot. And the tests have been friggin' ginormous, right? Like, I was comparing it to like a solitaire game. I love solitaire. There's something my analytical mind really likes winning at solitaire. But when you play like on a computer, on my iPad, it asks you if you want easy, medium, or hard. I feel like in this lifetime, I picked like a genius level, right? Like not easy, medium, hard, really hard, doctorate. It's like in genius level. I mean, mind-boggling difficulty. And yet I've said before, and I'm going to say it again because somebody else out there needs to hear this, There is nothing else in my mind now that I've been sitting in this now for a while, right? I really know a lot of the lessons because I'm having to heal them within myself. But, abandonment has definitely been one of the things I've been working on. Self-trust, self-love, right? Because the shame of dealing with this has been ginormous. But like I mentioned, knowing how gifted I was at manifesting around a problem, or just knowing how powerful I was, the only thing that would have woken my ass up is what happened. Everything else, every other hint, shove, whisper, shout from the universe, I was like, oh no. And I would manifest a solution around it, and manifest a solution around it, and manifest a solution around it, like clockwork. And then one day, my manifesting a solution around it stopped. Cold turkey stopped. Has not worked since. Children, it's been, 4 months, 5 months. Now, it's much more of a, I have an idea about this. I think I ought to do this. This. And then as I do that, something works out, and then the next breadcrumb appears. But me being able to control it, lickety-dickety, boom, 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 split, no, gone, gone. And then, of course, as it works, I was listening to a Ram Dass, God love that man, audio, and he says, once you get to the level where you have mastered the universe, okay, so that's where I was with that, manifest this, manifest that, boom, 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 problem, I got a solution, boom, 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 setback, boom, big bundle of money I need, boom, boom, I had mastered, no doubt about it, around my pinky finger, the universe was there for a good long decade or two. He's like, once you've done that, then you're gutted. Everything that's ever worked before completely stops working, and you're made to learn a new way. Well, girl, that's where I am right now. Relearning with no control, no instructions other than in the friggin' moment. Like literally like when you're driving. Not like, literally like in the moment. If you're anywhere but here, you ain't gonna hear it. So, like I said, I'm sharing because we have to take our part in this healing our wounds and our limited thinking and those childhood scenarios that keep replaying and the voices that we heard growing up, which are many. That's the default when shit goes awry that you hear, right? And there is no way but through. So you can do a whole bunch of, cum si, cum sa, but I'm telling you, until you look at it, seriously look at it, hear yourself say it, kind of process it, trace back the feeling and the memory, until you do some observing of it from like the observer part of your mind, rather than, like the person who's playing the video game rather than the one that's in the video game. Until you can take your step back from it, it's going to keep repeating your whole entire life. Trust me, you. And if you don't, deal with it, and it comes back in later days in uglier ways. Trust me, you. And you don't want the freaking genius level that I'm at, honestly. Learn when the little mistakes are. That's what I used to say to my son as he was growing up. It's like, learn this lesson now when it's so easy. Do not make the universe give it to you again. Stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. And yet, I was just lickety split manifesting Mo over here, and I would just figure it out, figure it out, figure it out, handle it, handle it, handle it. And then eventually the day comes, it doesn't work anymore. And then, holy shit. So, do the work and realize that you'll make it easier on yourself by doing it on the work because you're going to help somebody else, whether you know it or not. It's just a collective thing. And I need you to do the work. So ET can phone home. You see? I love ya. See you in the next video. Patreon.